All right, we're going to keep this ball rolling. Video number 2 this evening is about appearances and why they are exactly as they seem. Because what we craft out there, even if it's inauthentic, is authentic in itself. I should say that these ideas that I'm putting forth now are my completed thoughts that I was just beginning to interact with and question way back in my clothing and responsibility video. I have the answers so far that I was seeking, and if anyone wants to challenge them, I'm always happy to reconsider my ideas. In particular, that we don't need to think about it that much. And by it, I mean the appearance that we put out into the world. Because every single person, situation, and what they wish to present from themselves is different. And is if you follow your genuine self, then the presentation shouldn't matter that much. For example, I would like to have a big old tattoo on my forehead. And that's to advertise my beliefs and perhaps spark some discussions when I'm just out around town. And, symbolism and all that jazz. It's something that I would be happy to have and represent my inner ideas. And just because that's something that I feel like would be genuine, even though it has a utility, it's not just about bringing out my inner self. That desire for that utility is in itself a desire, is a part of me. Everything is essentially a part of itself. Everything is perfectly itself. Someone who's afraid of not fitting in and wants to delve deep into these subcultures and take all of these ideas that they like, specifically in terms of how they look. Like if you're a goth, you gotta dress black unless it's like a neon color, or if you want to be a fan of this band, you have to have this, or if you want to be a hippie, you have to have long hair. First things that come to my mind. Their desire to be recognized as part of those groups, those insecurities are representative of who they really are, even if they are putting on a front. And yeah, who we attract, who we push away, that's going to directly coincide with how we dress in whatever way that may be. Like, if you want to dress to be comforting to people, then you will attract people who wish to be comforted. And yeah, so what is this all leading to? Are you saying that you can dress literally anyway, except ways that advocate violence against others? Yes, but I would like to add in the nuance there, then not that you can't dress any other particular way, but I'd like to add in the nuance that just letting your heart be your guide, or your stomach be your guide. Of course, they guide you, but you still got to make the decisions. But that letting yourself be a true expression of the universe. And what is this hippie bullshit? I will explain, if you care to listen, that I have tried to record this video before. I think I still have it saved in my phone, but I was so exhausted and I couldn't say any words. I'm physically exhausted now, but I have an emotional fire. And so I didn't post it because I thought that I was not making my points. I was not fully representing myself through my appearance, through the video, even though I'm very fond of the outfit I was wearing at that time, but and that was genuine, and these ideas are still genuine because they can't not be. They are of themselves. And what do we trust in here? What is the piece that's holding all of this together anywhere? It happens to be love. And I will qualify that hippie bullshit as well. I want to make sure that, though, I've correctly corrected the previous hippie bullshit, that everything is what it is in and of itself, and that even processes themselves are genuine themselves. All right, I think I've done that. Next thing would be that love is the motivator for all things. Well, I admit, it means having a very non-standard definition of love. My definition of love, well, I use two. Wait for the plane to pass. I'm not sure if the plane actually affects your ability to hear me, but... Okay. Colloquial love, which is exactly what you probably are more familiar with. Just caring strongly about a person, particularly, or I guess even a thing. But if you have romantic love for a thing, I wish you good luck. Because, that's rough. It can never give you romantic love back. I mean, not that romantic love has to be reciprocated for it to be fulfilling, but yeah. Friendly love, romantic love, family love, etc. I think that these are all emotional representations of what I call capital L love, which is this is that which creates stability and draws things together is in alignment with love. So really it's the name of a process. Like flight does not exist. Flight is a thing that happens when things are able to counteract gravity, and I believe that there also has to be air or some kind of spatial fluid involved. Like, is it flying when you're in outer space? But yeah, love is, I guess, an emergent property of things going together. Like, evolution is an emergent property. It's just DNA works correctly. DNA gets pushed forward. Love works when it pulls things together, and definitionally, it is what does that. Like, the fact that our universe is logical, I would call an expression of love, because, of course, there can be illogical universes, but they're very unstable, and they're not what we wish for as things that are being pushed forward by love. And capital L love is for unity. And so, in a lot of ways, non-existence, returning to the void or the primordial chaos, the wholeness and totality of what is returning to love, whatever that may be, that permeates everywhere, because love wants to make things stable. Love wants to touch everything and bring it in and make it exist and make it part of the whole. Like, in order for something to return to the void, it has to leave the void. Like, we learn about the air by jumping out of the water, and there we go. Does this really fit into a video about clothing? I don't know. I'll come up with a creative title.